For my final exam, I'm going to be talking about Lehman Brothers and the largest bankruptcy in United States history. Um, so back in 2003 and 2004, Lehman Brothers was purchasing a number of mortgage lenders, subprime mortgage lenders, to get into the housing market, which was going very strong at the time. And between the period of 2004 and 2007, they were making a ton of money, um, doing very well, being very successful in that market. But once 2007 hit, the market was on a downturn due to the defaults of many of the subprime mortgages. People weren't able to pay their mortgages back, and the financial institutions were feeling it. So, where Lehman Brothers comes in, where character and culture comes in, is something called Repo 105, which is a vehicle for Lehman Brothers they used to hide their debt that was a result of the mortgage defaults. So, allegedly, CEO Richard Fuld of Lehman Brothers at the time, before a couple days or even a week before they would come out with their quarterly reports, they would take $50 million at least through the Repo 105 vehicle, and they would move it offshore so that it wouldn't be visible on their quarterly reports. So $50 million of assets or debt, so it would make their reports look even healthier and make the company look even better to investors. So after they would bring, or excuse me, they would report the quarterly reports, they would bring the money back and put it back in the books, and then they wouldn't tell any of the investors about it or the shareholders. So clearly, this is fraudulent and misleading to the investors. And the CEO and the board of directors and the executives, the executives and the CEO, they had to sign off on all the quarterly reports to make sure that they were factual and that they made sense. So they all had to sign off on these things, well knowing that they were moving money off and then bringing it back without anyone knowing about it. In a video that I posted on my bibliography, an MSNBC anchor describes what a Repo 105 transaction looks like, and he describes it as giving somebody $50 million and I give you back a trash can. So you're going to hold my trash can and I'm going to hold your money, and you don't really care because you know that I'm going to pay you back. But what the lenders for Lehman Brothers didn't know is that they weren't going to pay them back. They weren't going to be able to pay them back. So, and why this is so familiar and similar to what happened at Enron is because um, Lehman Brothers accounting firm Ernst and Young were not being vigilant at all to what was going on, and many said that they were even in on it, and they were allowing this to happen because they didn't want to lose the business, and they knew how profitable Lehman Brothers was, so they just allowed it to happen. So the character of Richard Fuld, the CEO, was that he didn't care if these people got hurt. He was making $500 million, and that led to a poor company culture because everyone knew they just had to sell these bad mortgages and falsify accounting documents, and they could get away with it. Um, so it goes to say that character and culture in the executive world is played a big part in 2008, and it certainly led to the downfall of Lehman Brothers because they didn't have good business ethics and they didn't follow through on their character and culture. Thank you.